Hello everyone, in this video today we are going to see how can you get connected to unlimited VPN servers, and this will be official and unlimited. There's no speed capping, no speed limit, no nothing, no limit of bandwidth or anything. It will be completely unlimited. So I did make a video about this topic a year ago or maybe a couple of years ago, but now here I am because some options have changed a little bit. So in this video we are going to discuss two ways to connect. So the first one will be the official method, VPNGate Client app itself, because they have provided it in their website and you can get connect to it. That's a bit tricky, but you can use and get connected to it. The other one is the OpenVPN method. That's most easier one, and you just have to download the configuration file and you can get connect to it easily. So we will discuss both of the videos and the topics in this video, so watch completely and let's begin. So guys, here we are over the screen, and now we will perform the steps. As I said, like we have two methods. First one is to apply through the VPNGate setting, and the other one is the obvious OpenVPN. Okay, so first we need to go to the VPNGate page, and there we can see the details we need to move forward with. Okay, so here we have the page, and you can see my IP, and you can see the many listed VPN servers with different categories. Most of them are having with the VPN of Japan servers. Obviously that's because it is created by the University of Tsukuba, Japan, as I said. So we are going to pick any random one and then we will begin with this step. Okay, so first this one is having both TCP, UDP and everything. So make sure if you are using the first method, the VPNGate client method, you need to have the understanding of the UDP or TCP so that you can pick the best one. So first we will need to install this a VPN client, SoftEther VPN, created by the VPNGate project. So you need to download this app, but make sure you go with the VPN client, not the bridge or any server, because you just want to get connected. Then select your operating system and then you will get the file to download. Here we are going to the download, done, and let's begin with the installation. As usual, like every installation setup does have every basic things, you just have to go with it, and then that's it. Once it's done, you will get the panel graphical user interface, and here you need to do the thing, because earlier it would show all the listed servers, active servers here, but now it's a bit changed. You have to add the servers manually. So the username and the password will be always a VPN, and there's no change. It's been for the many years. So here we go. For example, I just want to go with this domain, or you can say the public VPN server. And if I want to go with this, I need to copy its username or the IP, the host name or the IP, and make sure you note the TCP or UDP port. And if it doesn't have any port, don't go with that connection. You won't get connected. So now here the first thing is to name the setting. You can name anything. I'm just giving it connection 1. Host name is the IP or the domain host name you can give off the server, and automatically when you enter the port number, TCP, UDP, it will take the virtual hub name, which is the service name, VPNGate. Then enter the username and password and hit OK. Now if you right click and go to connect, it will establish the connection. It will take a bit of time, depends on the routing table. If it's more longer, then it will take more time. And once you're connected, and if you go to the my IP and check by yourself, the IP is changed now. See, here we are changed, and you can see the region is Ibaraki, Japan somewhere, and you can see it is listed with the map. It is totally updated, and if you go to the show complete IP details, it's it's morphed, marks, so it's not the actual one. So just don't expect like it will give you the real identity. Okay, so similar to this, if you want to go with this American IP, you can again pick either the host name. Let's pick host name this time, and the TCP is 1495. So either you can update this setting or you can create one. If you want to update, you just have to right click and need to go to the properties and need to make the changes. But if you want to create another one, like you don't want to mess this one, you have to go again with the add VPN and you have to name everything again and again. Okay, So similar to this, giving this USA and the port number, like it was 1495, I guess. Yes, it is 1495. So make sure you noted the TCP or UDP port, and then you need to enter here. All right, giving the username and password, and it has taken the service name virtual name hub. Sometimes it's the OK button is disabled, so you can also enter caps VPNGate here so that it can enable this OK button. Once you do that, you have to reconnect like the way we did before, and you can see the connection is established. Now if we go back to the my IP and if we try to refresh, okay, so it's taking the earlier one. Let me refresh this again. Here you can see the region is California, country is United States, and you can see it over the map. Again, it's masked, morphed, whatever you say, so it's not the actual IP address. You can see the services says VPN server. Now similar to this, you can go with any one you like you can always pick the best one. The services is depending on the speed, so make sure you go with the higher one. If some of them have the lower number of speed, just don't go. So likewise, this one has TCP, you can pick this one, Indonesia. And let's try once again. I'm showing this over and over so that you can be sure that how to do this and how to troubleshoot. Like, you don't have to watch this video again ever. You can do it by yourself. You just have to learn it once. Okay, so defining it with Indo for Indonesia, the port is 1624, and again VPN, and this time again taken. So the thing that I was talking about, you can see it's not enabled. So once you touch here or write VPNGate, it will enable the connection and will let you do the configuration thing. So it says you already have connected. Sorry, my bad. So you need to disconnect if there is any established connection, and then you can go for the new one. So here we are. You can see the IP is assigned. Now we are pretty sure that it's updated with the latest one. If we refresh, you can see it's Java Bharat Indonesia, and the ISP is PT Broadband or something like that. So this is kind of a project which is really open. People let their computer to connect with public users. And the second method, as I said, the OpenVPN Connect, and here this is the best one because you don't need to do the username password thing, or neither you have to copy and paste. You just have to download the OpenVPN config. Then you just need to pick the UDP or TCP configuration file, whichever is available. You just have to double tap on this and it will import inside the OpenVPN Connect. And once you do that, it will be connected, and you can see we didn't do anything else. We didn't enter the username or password. And if we go to the my IP and you can check, it is now changed. See, it's completely different now. See, so now similar to this, you can go for another configurations like you have any. So this is the other method which I like the most because it doesn't involve copying pasting the IP names or the host name or username and password or anything. This is kind of best, and you can apply this method in mostly any scenarios in any operating system, whether it be your Mac, Linux, Windows, Android, anywhere. You just have to manage your profiles. For example, if you have given multiple imports of different configurations, you just have to manage through here. You can change, you can delete, you can just pick the best one you like. Okay, so these servers have kind of a time of things. So if something doesn't work, you can go for another one and another one, because there are hundreds of servers available in the real time. And in the meantime, you can test it out, the best one, and you can go for the best. Okay, so yeah, that's how you can do, and you can change the IP address. And I hope this video is going to be helpful for you. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Let me know your questions if you have any, or let me know if you're facing any problems. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day, guys. Bye bye.